Okay, here we go. My green screen, as you can see, is giving me serious issues. And I mean, it was all going great just a minute ago, but now I'm having green screen issues. Oh, it's a struggle streaming. Okay, but anyway, I want to get you guys on top of this. Okay, so let's get into this here. I'm going to see here. Actually, all my lights are like within hands reach from me here. Let's see if we can actually get this going a little better. I don't know. Yeah, this green screen is really sucking big time about right now. Let's see if we can get this. Hi, there we go. Indivisible man. Okay, so let's see if we can get it. All right, if we don't get it, what I'm going to do is shut it down, and I'll show you everything that I'm dealing with in the background here. Most of the thing is what I really want you guys to focus on is the content. Ugh, look at this. This is just not right. And I promise you, everything was going great until I went live. And then once I went live, everything went haywire. So I'm going to show you exactly what. Let's see. I'm going to try it this here. I'm going to show you exactly what green screen does for you and doesn't do for you. So let's go. Let's just go this and let's go see if I didn't have a green screen. Let's just say I don't have one. Okay. Oh, but now you see this weird kind of thing in the back. But I guess it's better than what was there. Let's go see if I have a green screen. Watch this. Look at that. And that's lighting. That's my fault. Okay, so let's get to this. The reason why I have you here with me today, you can hear my famous trains. Remember back in the day, it was A cars and all that going through that. Okay, so what we have you here is today is for this, and this is the main reason I need each and every one of you to understand this. My thing is, I don't try to come in and preach or teach, but I'm gonna have to step out of that mode, and I'm gonna have to give you this. Hey, reminiscent grandma, good. Thank you. Good to see you, sweetheart. Let me see. Yeah, I can get you in there. Thank you, beautiful. Hello, it's good to have you here. All right, so what we're talking about here, and we're gonna, and you guys have to forgive me because we're gonna step into me being the age that I am and what's really going on here. All right, so what I wanted to talk to you guys about is this. Okay, dig this. There are actually 3 stages in life. 3 stages. Okay, I want you to understand these stages, and anybody can say whatever they want to say about it, but there's 3 stages in life. And the 3 stages is youth, being a child, a baby, youth, being a teenager into your 20s and 30s. And then there's older age. There's 3 circles of life. Now, what's so sad about it is, look here. Let me see. I'm gonna pump this up here. This is when I was a little knucklehead in the military. That's me. As a young age. All right. That's me as a teenager. All right. So as a teenager, well, I was actually 19 or 18, I think, when I went into the military. So, okay, so we have that youth. All right, and I'm gonna show you some more for you guys that don't get it. So our youth is even as you being this beautiful little baby here. All right, let me see. Can you add this to the stream here? Okay, that's you, little baby. Before we became chief and head knuckleheads or whatever we do, and maybe chief and head knuckleheads or what we do as good well. All right, so now I want you guys to understand this here. So we're talking about youth. Here you are, little baby. That's you, the baby, beautiful, the apple of your daddy's eye. Everything that and I would say this. Hopefully that we can get to the thing here. So there's 3 stages in life. We're talking about as being a baby. All right. So we have to look at it, what we are inquiring as a baby. What are we growing up in? What is the atmosphere that we're growing up in? Okay, because then you become the youth. Our radical babies. Our radical babies. Where am I moving? Where is this going? Here, let's see here. Yeah, let's get over here and stretch it out here. Our youth. Well, we can actually say, well, we want to talk and we want to change things. We are in, I mean, you youth are in right now. And I will show you my let me just give you so I can get you an understanding here that how old not old, but I'm trying to be understanding. Okay, so here we go. So um I lettered in 1982 before probably a lot of you were born. But I lettered, and you see the little guy here. I lettered in cross country. I was in fast and track. I got my ass beat down in track. But this is what I did in my youth. I was actually drill sergeant of the cycle. This is when actually, let me see here. Let me get this off of here, and I'll put you on here. This is when I actually became a drill sergeant, and I blurted out for all the other stuff. That was in the reserves. I got infantry soldier of the cycle. Um, so I want you guys to understand this is that look, a lot of you away, let me see, get this out of here. When we talk about um being a tough guy, I bet this gentleman here in respect is probably in his 30s, early 20s. All right. So, why am I bringing this up? I need for you to understand this here. We have three cycles in life, and hopefully, you younger generations can get to this point here. And when we talk about, you can be this hardcore guy here, right? You can be this hardcore guy here. Dude, let me tell you, um, I used to run 50 miles a week. All right. Can't do that now. You can be this gentleman here. Uh Rip Hardcore. I bet he's in his 20s. All right. Right. So I'm getting you to the point. Hang with me. All right. Hang with me. And bless these guys. I'm not saying anything that's negative towards it. This is hardcore army, right? Let me see if I can stretch this out so you can hopefully see this. This is hardcore, we're doing what we do because I went to air assault school. I became a drill sergeant. Sadly, I would have to say with our younger adults here is that while we're traveling through the spectrum of life, a lot of us are putting ourselves in conditions like this. And you're young. If you are in your 20s, 30s, and you putting yourself in that position in your younger age, you have to be cognizant of that. You really have to be aware of this because let me tell you this. Life is short. And if I mean I'm not laughing, but life is short. And you don't want to spend your life after 20, 30 years of dealing with. If you want to know on this YouTube, there is a manosphere, the red pill, blue pill, and regardless, if you make your decisions to end up incarcerated, when you actually get out and wake up and realize what the hell has been going on and why did you put yourself in a position to be in this position right here? If you are in that position, are you trying to find yourself to get out of that position? Let me tell you. Now, I said this a minute ago. There is youth as a baby. and there's your youth as a teenager, a young adult, and then you have to live your life as an adolescent or as an elder. Now, I want you to understand this, and you need to understand this, and you need to be very correct about how you move in your life. I was watching a movie, and it was said if you aim for nothing, that's what you're going to get is nothing. So, this is you as a young adult, and you have to aim for what you want. We are in the United States of America. We're blessed with a lot of things that come here. Now, I'm getting to my point here. I'm just still getting warmed up here. So, if you are a young adult, what are you doing? If you what is the statement that says if you do not plan for where you want to be, you're planning to fail. Okay, so when we talk about this as being a young adult, now I'm going to bring you back to this because I really want you to understand this, and I want you to know that you are not in this petri dish by yourself. When I, we are understanding and learning from each other. Okay. Now I want you to understand this. Now dig this. I'm going to bring you all the way back to when I said this. I want you to be, when you first came into this world, you were the apple of everybody's eye. Please believe that. Okay. Now, when they say people didn't want to stand up and lean for their family or whatever, yeah, you're right about that, Ray. Life is very short. And once you become adult and then once you become older, you're right about that. So when we were looking at you as a baby, yeah, you don't, you are not, look, I can bring this conversation up to my mother every chance I get. I didn't choose to be here, but I'm here. Now that we are here, let's get this this thing rolling. So when we talk about, you have baby, youth, and adult. I want to hear from each and every one of you. You can drop in my email or whatever. What do you think is the most important thing that you should learn as a baby? And when we say baby, we're going from, let's go from the time you were born to 5 years old. And then we're going to go from 5 years old to junior high. And then we'll go junior high to high school. Okay. So what do you think it is? And it's not, what do you think that is important for a young child to know? All right. You can throw it in if you want to, whether what you should have been taught. I will tell you this, and I'll start it off by saying this. A child, which is impossible in these days, and this is the United States, a child should have a mother and a father who are bringing substance to make that child better. I'm saying better as far as mentally, spiritually, and physically. And I'm not talking about I need to give my child all these goddamn toys every birthday to make them feel that they were better than what I went through. No, that's, to me, that's excessive. What a child needs is opinion from mother and father, trying their god darnest to deal with the life that they are being dealt with, but they need mother and father. Substance, toys, items will not make that child any better. That is my perspective. Okay. So now when we're talking about a baby, everybody says, oh, God bless it. And this is a cute little baby. You say, geez, man, that's a baby. She's cute. And yeah, look at those beautiful eyes and those eyelashes. Look at that smile. A beautiful baby, right? So, when we we start off and we want to give this. Now, I'm bringing you guys through this because I want you to follow me through um this trial. So when you give your son or your daughter to us, to the military, what happened? Uh, it's not something that's wrong. It's what happened. Maybe it's that that little discipline or something. But I will tell you this too: a lot of people are not enlisting in the military. I cannot blame them, but they have to offer more for if you want to be in the military. Okay, but that's the thing. All right, so let's get with this. Let's get with this. What really made me start this off was once we get to our adult life. We want to be like this gentleman here. Uh, we want to be, I lift weights and this is what I do, and I'll rip your freaking head off. Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, I dig you, but okay. So and we want to even be handsome like this gentleman here. Um, yeah. And I would say, like I showed you guys this earlier, and it's no disrespect because I believe this. If you're taking care of your body in a younger age, whether you're doing track, football, well, be cautious about the head concussions with all that and everything. But doing track and doing gymnastics, doing what you do, hey, and if it brings you to that body and you're able to do that, by all means, please do that. Get yourself in perspectives of doing that. There's going to come a day when you're not able to do uh, like this gentleman here. So let's bring it down. Let's really break it down what I'm talking about here. Okay, so I'm bringing this to you to tell you this. With all this beautiful things that we do as a young person, um, yeah, as a young person or as an adult, we will kind of forget where we were between that time, But as a young person, as an adult, the thing I need you really to understand is that I've ran across some beautiful people on the web who said they were in their 30s and they're old. No, I bless your heart, and I hope you don't go through what I'm going through. And I'm turning 60 this year. But this is what I want you to understand: is that you will eventually, if you're blessed, you will get to be a senior. And I see a lot of people don't want to hear this, but this is real talk. It's because let me just shut this down, get you back over to me. I'm talking to you on the real because a lot of people don't want to. A lot of you don't want to even understand it or look at it on the real reality of things. When you get 60 years old, which a lot of you do not believe that you will make it at this age or don't even think about it. And if you do think about it, are you thinking about it seriously? Because if we're talking about Camp Lejeune, we're talking about all the chemical warfare that's been happening, and you are suffering through that. What makes you think that you will not be needing? Hold up, let me pump it up over here. What makes you think that you won't be needing this? Hospital care. What makes you think that you will not be having this someday soon? All right. If you even got a Purple Heart or any other elements that came for you from the VA are serving, what make you think that you probably at some day will not be having your doctors will not be having this conversation about you. Let me bring that back up here. I want to show you this. I don't have a crew with me or anything like that, so I'm gonna do my thing here. But I'm gonna tell you, your doctors, whether it's a chiropractor, whether it's your primary care doctor is going to be fully engulfed with this. So what makes you think that you won't be having this conversation? All right. So my thing is, reason I'm bringing it to you. I was watching Anthony Hamilton diabetic 2 commercial. Yeah, it's a conversation you don't want to have, but it's a conversation that you should be having. You don't want to be this in the hospital and not be understanding this may be you while the doctor is talking to you. Let me tell you this, and this is real talk. My mother just came out of the hospital a couple days ago. She's stroke. One of my best friends' parents is on dialysis. And this is when we start maturing in age, this is what's going to happen. So if you're not really concerned about it, yeah, okay. All right. Keep doing what you're doing. But I'm going to tell you this. In the long run, you know what it's going to cost you? It's going to hit you in your pockets, because I'm going to tell you this. Medication, visit to your doctors. Do you see this little graphic I'm putting up here? That's medication, and it's wrapped in that because it's going to cost you money. Are you a diabetic? And let me tell you, one of the major things that's going on now is dementia. And if your organs and your body start falling apart, that's what they're going to come at you for. They're going to come at you for medications, okay? So if you are in your 20s and 30s, even in your early 40s, start looking at this and start talking with people who are in your age group who can help inform you. If you're a veteran, you can go to the Work Resource Center in your place. And I want you guys to hit me back and tell me if what I'm telling you is not helping you in your area. But if you are a veteran, I'm telling you, I'll tell you, like I tell everybody, and a lot of people don't want to hear it, but it's what it is. Let me put this over here, because as you get into your elderly days, look, here's my little scrappy do when I was in the military. Let me see. Here we go. So that's me, right? Now here I am. That was in 84. Oh man. 84. Now here I am. At this age now, I'm turning 60 this year. And I'm telling you, from that age to this age now, please, 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 please look after yourselves. Because a gentleman told me this, and I said this in another live cast that I did. He says, "You're a veteran?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "You better keep track of your military records. And if you're having your problems, still keep going to the VA and complain about those problems." And I wish I would remember this gentleman's name to this day, but salute to him, and a salute to a couple of other people who told me, keep fighting. All right. Now, I'm telling you, keep fighting. It's hard, but in the long run, here we go. Again, this is what I'm trying to talk to you about. In the long run, this is what medications. I don't care if you're a veteran or not. I'm telling you, Let me go back and do this here. I don't care if you're a veteran or not. You can talk to your parents, your grandparents. Do you see this? Medication equals money. And unfortunately, it's been costing us a lot of money. The recent president is trying to bring this down to where it's not costing us money. But as you get older, I don't care who you are, what nationality, what religion you are, life is life. And this is what it will happen to you. You're going to have dental, you're going to have vision, and you're going to have medication on top of hospital visits. All right. And this, pardon my vernacular, but I'm going to say it, this shit can cost you a lot of money. I'm not playing with you on this one, though. Okay. So the thing is, this is why I put in here. I don't care how strong and how hardcore you think that you are. I was a drill instructor before I got out. I was into my shit hardcore. But at the end of the day, this is what's up. There's nobody going to give two squirts about you unless you take care of yourself. Exactly. Roy also said you're right. The VA wants you to give up. Thank you, brother. You so right. Thank you, and you're right about that. And hello to you, this Renaissance Grandma. Thank you. I appreciate you. It's good to see you. But yeah, the VA wants you to give up. I fought for my stuff from 87 to 2019. And then I finally got my back pay. But I always say this: back pay does not cover you for pain and suffering. All right. So I want you guys to understand this. Look, this is my funny one here. Yeah, here we go. If as you're getting older, look here. I was listening to someone on the on another channel, and bless this person. I'm not trying to come at them at all. When they were talking about their 38 or below 40, and it was they're old. No. No, I understand though, and much respect. Okay, my thing is this. I'm on medication to stop pain, and that's suffering. That's physically. All right. Because when I say to be balanced physically, mentally, and spiritually, if your body is in pain, your brain starts to suffering, right? Then you're really going to lean heavy on your spiritual thing to say, okay, it's just my brain or it's just my body. So to try to find a balance to keep all those from suffering, okay, and having the resources to help all those from suffering, it's a thing. It's very important. You're going to be having this conversation with your doctors. Um, what kind of medications can we get you on? And I'm going to tell you guys this, and this is on the real talk, okay? I get some people coming to me, and they want to ask me certain things that I guess that can make them better at doing whatever they're doing, and I'm just not really about trying to let me see this green screen. No, it's not working. No, I'm not about trying to help people scam or get over it because I go through too much stuff by myself. I'm actually getting over a flu today. Well, actually, yesterday. I would say this, and this is just for me. Guys, if you have a nasal rinsing thing, do that. I believe we get it through our eyes, our nostrils, our mouth, and that's how we contract any kind of virus. I'm not saying that's for everybody, but Be cautious about that. And so, what we want to focus you on is this. Look, like I said, we got as your baby, and then we got as your youth, and then we have you as an adult, as a elderly adult. So, my question is for all each and every one of you who's probably listening to this: what are you doing with your adult life right now? And the thing is, I'm not here to judge you. That's none of my business. My thing is to help you be aware of things, and I want you to be aware. This is another clip I want you to see, and it says, um, "We don't want to spend our youth in a situation like this." I will tell you, I worked as a correction officer. Everybody who I talked to who ever been incarcerated, when they got out, they said it seemed like the world passed them by. All right. But forget all that. Say if you don't even go through any of that issues or whatever. Here's my another one. This is my another joke. This is funny. Okay. So you guys just roll with me. Okay. Um, you know you're getting old when you got your birthday cake on fire, right? No, but I would tell you this. If you are in your 30s, 20s, 30s, 40s, even if you're in your 50s, and I know some people in their 50s, I would say this. Um, if you're in your 20s, really stretch, get into your life. Don't ever think that you know everything. No. The thing is, find some, I know it's hard, but find some good people who you can talk with, and they're not pretty much assholes about here's another funny one here. I gotta show you guys this one here. So when you can't pass the bathroom without thinking I need to go pee. Uh yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. So I got to just give it to you. Okay. All right. But I want you guys to understand this. So, most of the reason why I brung this particular, um, why I talked about this tonight, and I'm trying to be hopefully fair and not be where I'm coming off arrogant and rude. The thing is, look, as you are maturing in your age in life, the best thing I would say is um, be positive about who you are, with seeking your positive direction about who you are. Yes, you're going to stumble, you're going to probably fall. Um, don't let people trample over you when you fall or you stumble. Um, Good people should understand that you are trying to, if you're trying to be the best person that you can be, I think that's more important. I have my good friend, and she comes up here every now and then. Her name is Patty J. She is the epitome of, it's not important to be a person of importance, is to be a person of value. When each and of all of us go through our stumbling and we go through a fall, we look for people who can probably uplift us, but they're not trying to be arrogant and rude about it. They're trying to be hopefully loving and uplift you. I understand we don't get these all the time in our lives. Let me tell you, um, it's been a really struggle for the last couple of weeks for the Seattle Black veteran. But I would tell you this. Sorry. It's been hard, but I would tell you this. Don't you give up. And don't you let life beat you down. Hey, Patty J, it's good to see you. um, I always tell you people, my people, I love you, is I only come up when I have something to say, and I don't like to see you suffering. If I feel that I'm suffering, oh, good Lord, I don't want you to, and please forgive me if I don't come up in time enough to help you out of your quandrum or what you're going through. I do apologize. Um, but the main thing for this is, even if I'm not here, I want you to know that you're special, and I want you to fight for your benefits. They're important, and I don't want to see you suffering. Right, right, right. I think you're special. Okay, so I started this off with, we have 3 stages in life. We're babies, we're youth. Well, we think we know everything, right? And we get old, right? I'll call you later, sweetie. We get old. And so when we get old, the thing is, let me tell you this, and I'll come up on another segment because I don't want you, I love you. I don't want you, one of my people's, and I got to review my family, to go through some of the stuff that I've been going through. And we'll talk about living in the senior community. But what we're going to talk about is, if you are in the military, or you have been a veteran, don't you stop fighting. Don't you give up. I know it's a pain in the ass, but I'm gonna tell you, when people ask me some of the times, and Patty J knows it more than anybody else, what you know what hurts me more than anything else is, I don't want to have anything that I can give you to keep you from going through any pain or any suffering. Right. So I just want you guys to keep moving. And I miss you too. Thank you, brother. And so for me, and that's why you don't see me much more, because I get very emotional sometimes. And I'll take it for everybody else. But I don't want you guys suffering. I want you to know, and I've been hearing this too much. Well, my daughter or my son or my they they don't want to go for their benefits. I'm like, are you kidding me with this? When you get 60 years old, and I'm gonna bring some people up. I don't let them put my life on the forefront, but they're gonna have to do it anyway. It's They know when I suffer or when I'm in pain. And so my thing is, I have to reach out and touch people and talk to people. And I want you to do the same thing. All right. And even if you served, I know a beautiful guy. Dude's cool in the gang. He's a sergeant first class. He pardon me, I'm sorry, I'm looking at a mess. I'm sorry. He got his retirement, and he's got his disability. And him and I talked, and then he says, anybody who does not go for their rights to get their benefits, come on. And he was a ranger. I knew a person who's special forces who got a Purple Heart and is still fighting to get the benefits. And I don't understand that, because I didn't get a Purple Heart. But I know a few people, and they're still fighting with that. And also, I'll say this too: if you're dealing with the Camp Lejeune or the PACT Act, most people are afraid to go and apply for that, because we know when we do a PNC examination, claims and pension, it can come back to bite you in your backside. So for this here, they're saying that this should not. And I was on the Veterans Administration. Go through another cool cats called the sit reps. Uh, and they'll break it down to you. You cannot get penalized, or you will not get subject to losing what you have by applying for the PACT Act. Okay. I want you to double check that. When you go, whoever's filing it for you, you double check that so that you will not get penalized for that. Because it's one thing, and if you look into the government, the va.gov, this is when you file for a pensions and claim, a P&C exam, you can suffer yourself to get lost from other stuff, but this is not the case. Oh, and also, even if you were there and your husband was there or your niece or whatever, and you worked on the post at that particular time and you are a civilian, apply for that PACT Act. Okay. No is nothing we have never heard before. I was told no from 87 to 2019. So I was told no a long time. Okay, so I want you guys to get in there and fight for what your rights are. And you guys will forgive me because I was going to do this actually solo and do a video on that. I miss you guys. But I want you guys to understand this, okay? Yeah, you guys got me. How the heck did I end up tearing up on this guy here? And people didn't catch this because I'm gonna leave this video. Oh, this is everyone talking here. This is my bad here. Okay, I know you have a lot of vets who don't want to claim or think that they want to get anything. Tell them that you want to know until they try. You're so right, Ray. Shouts out to you and salutes to you. Right on for that. That is very true. And so we got to let each and everyone know. And I'm going to tell you this. I got some good Caucasian brothers, Mexican brothers, Indian brothers who asked me some of these same questions. But I'm going to tell you right now, and there's actually, there is law associations. So if you are on the YouTube, I'm pretty sure you're going to be hearing from some of these law people who, they'll tell you. And I want you to go to the va.gov. I think, let me see who I'm going to put this. I didn't put it on here because was expecting to do this, but I want you guys to know this and go. And if you and look here, I have to apologize. Because I know there's a lot of people out here who are actually assholes. Please forgive my vernacular. But when you go and look for help, people want you to beg. People want to talk to you like crap. No. And the reason why that is because I believe a lot of people don't know their rights. And a lot of people who do know their rights are sitting here trying to act like the gatekeepers of your rights. Now, look, you got a job, you're going to have a job, you're probably homeless, you're trying to get this and you're trying to get that. And the last thing you need is some a-hole talking to you with disrespect. And let me tell you, I still get this. I still get it. If when I talk to people, I have to be, I have to bite my tongue and I have to find the right route to go. Now, I'm going to tell you this. You're going to run into some of these a-holes. And when you run into them, notice this. When they start talking to you more aggressively, it's probably because you're heading to a right direction. Okay? On top of that, I'm going to tell you, it's hard. Try not to let a person take you out of pocket to where they can get you doing counterproductive to where you need to go. Be cautious about that, okay? There's a lot of people out there who are insecure about who the hell they are, but they want to talk to you about who the hell they think you are, okay? Oh, my brother Ray says the VA doctors rated like their money is there. Try. Yeah. Well, yeah, yeah. The thing I would say is this. Um, a lot of VA doctors will get some people trying to play some bullshit games on them. I would say this is because um a lot of people don't even know um what medications are causing them, side effects, or what medications that they're taking would cause them side effects, or why they are being prescribed those medications. Now, I'm going to tell you this. The VA is going to give you on the lesser side of something that's going to make you addictive. They will fight every chance to get away from that because the ramifications are too much. Look, I'm on 9 gabapentins a day. Now, you talk to anybody about gabapentins and ask them what they have to say about that. Pardon me 1 second. This is my tomato juice because I've been having a cold. So tomato juice and cranberry juice. I think it's what it is. But pardon me. But I would say this. Look, if you're going to go to the VA is going to try to not give you something that's going to be addictive or that's going to cause you a life situation to where it might cause you to want to commit yourself to another planet besides this earth. So you have to be understanding about that is where it's going to go. Now, if you got a private doctor and a private doctor knows you better and he wants to do this better, he probably would do it quicker or better than what the VA probably would do that. That's just my perspectives on that. All right. So the thing is, too, if you are in your youth and you are hardcore, you were Ranger, you were Navy SEAL, you were, you were gung ho. That shit doesn't matter when you get into your 60s. If you're not taking care of your health by the time you get out of the military to the time you depart this planet, you're doing your family a disservice. Oh, it's hard as shit. And this is why I say for families, if you have a veteran, whatever branch, and they are suffering, it's going to be help. Your help is going to be necessary. You're going to have to help this person because in the end, this person benefits and everything is supposed to help your family. Look, if I had a son and I was going for this would pay for my son's college. If my son had a daughter and it was in a particular time frame, it would help his daughter or his or her son or daughter. This is what I need you guys to really look at. If I'm not bringing no fights or whatever here. The biggest fight you have to do is taking care of yourself and taking care of your family for your life and beyond your life. If you are, even if you're not a veteran, but especially if you're a veteran and you're not looking at what your life insurance is, you're not looking at whether your benefits can help send your kids to school or to a trade school or to college, this will benefit your kids and your grandkids. So if you are a veteran and you went in and went out of the military and you are suffering, but you're not taking care of who you are, you're bringing more suffering and pain. Look here. I'm going to give it to you on the real. Yeah, exactly. I like Ray said here, and that is right. Nobody cares about you more than you do. That is 100% A1. A1. You said that right, Ray. That is so right. Nobody. And if you do not take care of yourself, and you have a family, what do you think they're going to be doing with your family? Look, this is not the point is where you go, oh yeah, you know what, I'm hardcore, I'm Rambo. It's shit. Yeah, right. Okay, but when you get into your 50 years of age, let me give you a good example. And I'm not coming down on my brothers, but this is what it is. If you're fighting MMA and you're getting cracked in your skull every day, I want you to ask yourself, where are those guys when it comes to 50 years old? I know guys who played in the NFL, won Super Bowl rings, and they are still having to deal with physical therapy, right? And any other injuries that's coming with that. Because I'm going to tell you this, with physical therapy comes mental therapy. I used to run 50 miles a week. I did a 3 mile. I was running 3 miles with a 1 minute and 5 seconds in a mile. I can't do that crap no more. No, but I'm going to push you guys to think this. I want to push you to motivate you to think this. How can I get my life secured for the rest of my life? If I don't have this injury, how can I manage this? And how can I still push forward for the rest of my life? Now, a lot of us who don't go through all this, yeah, you crazy, man. Every Rambo went to the VA. God, you ain't lying about that. You ain't lying about that. That is 100% right, man. You crazy. That is right. That's right. Yeah. They don't show you all that, but I guarantee you, like Ray said, if you guys know anybody who's heavy into sports when they're in high school or in college, either they got, turned and went another direction, but if they were seriously still into the sports when they went to college or all that, it's taking a toll on the body. I used to weigh 225 pounds. Yeah, look at me, all skin and bones now. No, I couldn't run no more. I used to run 50 miles a week. I couldn't run no more. And so I bought this bike. And so now I'm taking it out of my bike, but still is, when you get 50 years old, start talking to me. No, you can talk to me now, but get 50 years old. And then when you get 55, yeah, come on and start talking to me. Because I always tell people, growing old is not for the feeble-minded. When you got pain, and you got hurt. I suffered neuropathy when I was in the military. Now, since I had neuropathy, I got early stages of arthritis. And I'm telling you, the trigger finger and the slapping hand ain't what it used to be. I'm playing with you guys, but no, those will start hurting first. And they hurt all the way to the bone. So how do you deal with these? How do you overcome these issues? And I would tell you this. First of all, is don't get yourself in a position where you're suffering from cold weather. Keep yourself body warm, and everything. I'm gonna tell you what's really interesting is that, and I'm just off the top of my head, Palm Springs, a lot of the senior actors used to move out there, and Palm Springs is hotter than shit out there. But maybe that's what's, for the better for the body. I don't know. I live in Seattle. But I would tell you this, while you're doing what you're doing, you have to take care of your body. I'm telling you, if you are, I don't care what illicit drugs that you're doing or how you do it, Hollywood, that was just a thing, But if you look at a lot of Hollywood people who were there, they're not here today. That stuff takes a toll on your body. If you're taking all these hits to the cranium, and I know some cats who are MMA fighters, and they will tell you there is so much you have to go through to be on the top of the bill. before you suffer. And you suffer, you're getting hit in the cranium and everything like that. And I look for anybody to tell me. I got my first degree black belt in jujitsu with my stepfather, and I took kung fu. But even with both, and then you can see me with my namaste hands, this finger here is cause of fighting, and it's always disjointed. Once your body starts taking hits, you are going to have to suffer from it later on in your life. Your body will break down. It was 30 to 40 miles a week until I got hurt. Yeah, training exercise after struggling for 2 miles. Yeah. And the thing is, when we're in our youth, we're going to push our bodies because, hell yeah, I'm better than the next guy. Well, heck yeah. I'm sure Patrick Mahomes, you saw when he was going for his Super Bowl, he was hurt and he's like, nah, wrap it up. Let's get over here and let's do our thing. Let me get my shit. And respect. You get your stuff. The thing is, ladies and gentlemen, is that all of us are not Patrick Mahomes. All of us are not Michael Jordan. All of us is not like Randy Johnson or Jose Canseco or anybody else you can put in there. Robinson. Because we don't understand exactly what it takes to go through all that. And if our body's able to handle that, yeah, training and exercise. And it comes to the point where you're teaching your mind muscle memory. This is what I do. This is how I do things. But it's going to come a time. And this is why I started this page tonight, is actually to say, when that time is over, have you looked after yourselves? Have you said, okay, it's, man, let me see, it might be that time. Just move my girl here. It might be that time that you have to wind down. It might be that time to where you might need to see a doctor. And so the thing is, are we preparing ourselves for this? If you have pushed your body and you know it, how are we going to prepare for this when we get older? Now, I really want you guys to think about this. And see, a lot of people are going to tune to this, but I want you to think about this. And I'm going to do another one because I live in a senior community right now. And when I live in a senior community right now, I really want you to understand what that means. When you're in a senior community, and the thing is, it's because a lot of us are not thinking about saving our money. What it means to, when we get to this age, what does it mean? How does it adjust your 401k, your Roth, your IRA? These are the things I want you to think about, because you're going to be having this conversation with the doctor, and you're going to have a conversation about medications. And I want you to know, like we were saying earlier, and I'm going to show you this again. Medications is no joke. All right. Now, the thing is, I want you to understand this too. Okay, think about this. Okay, now this is the Seattle Black veteran stepping off the page. I'm going to be the old black guy. Okay. When you have to go to the hospital, what is your insurance? I want you to think about that. What is your insurance covering? Okay. Now, another thing that I think is unfair, but is what it is, and I need you, young people, to think about this as well, is when you go and pay, you go to the ER. The ER, you're going to have a copay when you go to the ER. What's the copay going to be? All right. Now, another thing which is interesting is that dental is not looked at as medical, which I think should not be. It should be looking at medical as well, because if you get assets in your tooth and it bleeds down into your body, it's going to cause medical issues. Now, this is one thing you youngins got to get on top of. And I don't mean that in disrespect. You young generation, you have to get on top of that, because that's going to cost you money. Dental is going to cost you money. Now, we're looking at, on top of dental, we say medications. So let's look at this real. If you are going to your dental and they go, well, you have an abscess, we can't see you for at least 3 weeks or a month or 2 months. So what that means, they're going to be giving you medication. And that medication is going to cost you money for that. And that's to keep the pain off of you. Okay, so we're not talking about how you should keep your dental hygiene. That's on you. We'll talk about that at another point in time. But this is going to cost you money. And this dental will cost you a pain of money. Let me tell you this. A crown can cost you anywhere from $800 to $2,000 for a crown. All right. Now, we're not talking about you go root canal. You're going to get enough more money for that as well. Okay. So this is what I want you to think about. Whenever you get a job, county, preferably in Washington State, county will give you better dental than what the state will pay for you. The state will give you basic minimum. The county in Washington State will pay you more money. That's King County. All right. So what I'm saying to you is this. Whenever state that you're living in, what is the major county in your state? That's probably the county that's going to pay you the most out of your dental. All right. Now, if you're a veteran, 100% veteran, this is taken care of. Now, I'm not trying to brag or boast because I don't have no time for that. I can tell you this, my teeth are so jacked up, I had 3 crowns. But 3 crowns, 2,000 a pop, that's a car, right? That's a car payment, right? All right. So I need you guys to focus on the long run, okay? Now, National Public Radio up here states that a lot of people who are living under the 6-figure range are spending their savings. They're going on credit, and it's a room for disaster, honestly. Okay. I'm not knocking you, but I'm saying this is what it is. Okay. So let's look at this. Yeah. And I got dental implants that cost me $5,000. Yes. This tooth was not covered and was paid for out of pocket. See, yeah. And so guys and girls, and thank you, Ray, for putting it up there. I appreciate you, my brother. Much respect. Because he's bringing it real. And I'm going to give you another thing. Okay. And this is why I want you, ladies and gentlemen, to get on top of your VA benefits. If you got any percentage, 0, go to the VA hospital and get your VHIC, Veterans Hospital identification card. Now, when you get that, I want you to talk with the people at the point who gives you this ID card and say, hey, I was told I can shop on Post, PX, the exchange. Is this true? They should be telling you yes. And if they don't tell you yeah, ask them why and get back with me. I want to know why. Because my biggest problem when I came out in the 80s was that how are you going to tell me that I can no longer serve because you hurt me and now you won't give me the benefits that I signed up for? So this is the biggest question. And this is why I say, look here. You see this here? This on the screen is just medications. I'm not talking about whether you are going through mental or physical disabilities, right? So we need, I need each and every one of you to pay attention to this. I'm not the answer all, but I'm going to give you this. I have medications and I have all this other stuff. Cool. It's great. Right on. I don't have to pay. And people, well, man, you're blessed because you don't have to pay for this. If let me tell you this. If I didn't have to go through all this god dang pain and all this book, I would give that up in a minute to live a healthy life. All right. But since we are where we are, this is what I want you to do. I want you to do this. We're supposed to be in a recession for 18 months, but yet we're spending like crazy. That's okay. Do what you do. Okay. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. Okay. But I'm trying to tell you this. Now, let me get this off the screen here. And I'm going to put some other stuff here because I tell everybody this. And you tell me if I'm wrong. Anybody. Anybody. All right. I want you to tell me if I'm wrong. Okay. So peek this out. I started looking kind of handsome like this young brother here. How old do you think he is? Put it in there. I think he's like early 20s, late 20s. What do you think? All right. All right. Okay, so no. Handsome man. Not dogging him. This is what it is. All right. But you know where he started off from, right? Right. He started off from this little baby here. Oh, he didn't start off like that. But that's what, you guys can see this. And before this little baby got here, right? What happened between that little baby right here, between this little baby right here? What happened? What happened between that baby right there and this baby here? Right? All right. Now, and this is actually real talk too. Your toilet's not far from your bunk in a jail. In King County, you got solid. You don't have none of this, but your toilet's right there. And you know what? With kind of in this off of the cuff conversation is that having your toilet ventilating all in your cell, that's not healthy. All right. That's not healthy fucking at all. All right. Okay. So now we went from, now let me bring my little baby up here. She's a beautiful little girl. Okay. So we went from this little darling here. All right. Let me bring her over here. Let me bring her back up here. She's a beautiful little girl. And okay. So we got this little darling here. Right. Yeah, we went from this little darling here. Look, is she beautiful? Right. Okay. So we went from this little darling here to probably this little darling right here. Let's put her back up here. All right. Now, what happened? What happened? Ideology, how we feel. Training exercise. You're crazy, right? Ideology. I should probably felt about whatever. But let me tell you this though. This shocks my heart is because a lot of us are not thinking about this darling that's probably right here. She probably could be in that picture right here. Now, this is the sad thing, is that we do not look at our lives out past 30 years old. No, 40. No, some of us are really 40, no, 30 years old. We don't see ourselves in this particular scenario. A lot of us, unfortunately, are putting ourselves in this scenario. Okay. And then we get out of dealing with that scenario, we're not even thinking about the fact that, man, you know, um, you know, when I get out of this situation, I might be dealing with um, this situation. You know, Doc, how what's going on with me? How how can what's going on? Now, this is what I'm saying. Outside of trying to understand what life is itself, before you really wake up and realize it. And no. Don't do what these politicians are doing. If it wasn't for him, it wasn't for her. That's bullshit. Look, um, in the long run, I know people who are athletes who never had run-ins with the law. I know people who are athletes who were. I was this person. I used to run 50 miles a week. It was stress. It took stress off me. But now I can't run 50 miles a week. Uh, I'm blessed if I can walk 2 miles a month. But I get on my bike and I rock my bike. So these days here will come to pass. I want you to stay strong at that, but I want you to be cognizant of what you will be needing in your near future. And I will tell you, a lot of our young brothers and sisters, whether you white, black, Native American, Hispanic, Asian, it doesn't matter. If you are in the United States, um, these times will be coming to you, and you hope they will come to you. A lot of us are taking our lives for granted, and we're putting ourselves in prison. For what reason? Okay. The thing is, you want to be old enough to have your grandkids in your arms. You want to go, hey, I'm a grandmother, I'm a grandfather. That's what you want to be saying. And on top of that, you want to be giving those kids some inspiration and motivation that help kept you out of that fray of getting caught up with the bull that a lot of us are a lot of our youth are dealing with. And this is why I say, look, you don't have to like see a black veteran, but understand the facts here. A lot of our kids, whether you black, white, or whether, I believe it's the lower income kids who are being saturated with the garbage. And we are falling for it. This is what we're going to be in line for. If we do not take care of our own cipher, own people, yourself. Who are you? What are you about? And this is why I say, if you're going to go to the military as well, you went there and you did your service. All right. So if you go in there and you go to your service, understand what your benefits are. Okay. And understand these things are going to cost you money as you get older. Let me tell you this. Let me give you another one here. All right. This one is called over here at the Merrill Gardens. You guys can look it up off of the internet. Merrill Gardens is assisted living. Now I'm gonna tell you this. You probably don't understand it, but I'm gonna tell you this. All right, here we go. Assisted living means that they're gonna be coming to wash you, if or feeding you, or just making sure that you are on top of your game. So they don't need to come in, assist you with feeding you, washing your body, or making sure that you're having medications. Now, I want you to understand this, boys and girls, is that this. Unfortunately, there's a thing called dementia. If you're not understanding what that is, go and start checking it out and make sure that you're not going to be falling under that premises, because dementia can come from a lot of head traumas. Punching you in the head, getting kicked in your head, all these things for the glory of the sport. But when the sport is over, who's taking care of you? All right. And you're going to need to make sure you have the money or the time and money. And if you don't have the money, oh, good Lord, bless your heart. You're going to be really dependent off of your loved ones. All right. So this is not to be a doom and gloom. This is to be a realization of things. I live right across Catacorner from a place that's assisted living. I live in a senior living, but I'm going to kick that to you guys later on and tell you the pros and cons of that. I did that earlier a while back ago, but I gave it more what I gave it more than what I should have gave it. Okay, so living in the senior community is a really interesting thing, and I'm gonna give it to you straight. I'm gonna do this probably hopefully in another day or two, but I really would like for each and every one of you to understand this. If you are a veteran in the military, I don't care if you're 10%, 0%, if you went to the medical office and you were not the same when you came out, you should be talking to someone that can help you with that. I would say this, and I talked about this earlier, is talking to the work resource people, the DAV, but anybody you get for free is going to be maybe on point, but maybe kind of. And I say this because, like I said, 1980, I think 89, 87, 87 to 2019 it took me this long to get my 100%. And this is no joke. And I don't play with this. People think, oh, yeah, no, this is no joke. So what I want you to do is be very look, I won't have every answer for you to get there because everybody has a different thing. But I would tell you some things that look out for. This are the CMP traps. And I probably should do a thing on the CMP traps, but then I'll get rammed at the backside for that. But that's okay. We'll handle it as it comes along. But if you're going for a Camp Lejeune or the PACT Act, I want you to actually and don't fall for a lot of these attorneys. Attorneys are like this, and I'm not dogging them, but attorneys are like this. If they can get paid, they will take your case. It's up to you to give them a case so they know that they can get paid. If they don't think they can get paid, they're not going to take your case. And so, what is the percentage of payment it should be? I think it's $6,000 or below that. But I want you to look at that. That is your job and your responsibility to look at that, because there's going to be people out there that's going to, hey, I'm telling you what I'm telling you, and I'm not a professional. That's why I'm giving you what I give you. And some people, well, that's what he's popping off at the mouth. Yeah. But ask them those questions. How much are you getting paid? Okay. First of all, if I call you, hey, look, I was at Camp Lejeune, hypothetically. I was there between this time and that time, and yeah, this happened to me. Do you think my case is acceptable? They go, yeah. Okay. And they go, yeah, well, maybe thinking this, well, how much percentage are you getting from this case when it's over? That's a legitimate question. It's a simple question, but it's a legitimate question. All right. Because yeah, CMPs are claiming pensions. So and this is the biggest question, because a lot of people who have color, say, you know what? No, I'm not going to go apply for this because you know what's going to happen when I apply for this. You guys going to try to go, oh, well, you know what? You don't get this. And so they're going to take this away from you. Now, I'm going to tell you, this is real talk. I went for, what was it? A CMP? What is it? No, 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 no. It was, actually, I get more money on top of it. My girlfriend has a kitty. You get me on point with that. Special monthly compensation. And it's on top of what you can get, but that's another story. Okay. But when I went and applied for this 100, they went and took that CMP away from me. They took it away from me. It was $400 a month. They took away from me. Oh, well, we're not going to investigate that. We're not going to do it. So you have a right to ask this question. I don't care if you're 10% or percent. If you were in Camp Lejeune or any of those places, apply. No, it's nothing that you never heard, okay? But apply and do that legitimately, all right? Now, I'm going to tell you, I had a couple cats get a hold of me and go, hey, yeah, there you go. Ray is right. See, special monthly compensation. Thank you, Ray. They go, hey, Seattle Black veteran, I'm not going to do this no more because they're coming after me big time. I don't need none of that. I'm like, well, what do you think? I'm trying to teach you to lie to somebody? No. That's not what I'm about. Living life as a perpetration is this. Look, I'm a grown ass man. I don't lie to nobody. I don't steal from nobody. Those are two things I will definitely, I know nothing to do with. And if you in the streets of LA, if you're a liar and you're a thief, you're going to get hung up pretty quick. All right. That's back in the 80s and 90s. I don't know how they rock now, but in LA, you don't roll like that. Okay. So, but the thing is, look, if you are trying and been fighting for your claims, and it's been 3, 4, 5 years, don't give up. I fought for almost 30 years. All right. The back pay was about 200,000, but I always tell people they don't pay for the pain and suffering. And if you get back pay, don't go buying jewelry. Don't go buying clothes. Those things are just no. The big expenses that you need is a car and a house. And if you can get a car and pay the car off, make sure it's a nice car. Don't go getting a Range Rover or Cadillac Escalade or getting the Volvo. No, you better do some researches on your car. I got a 2016 Honda Accord. Only got 50,000 miles to this day. It's gonna last me until we probably go over to electric. But anyway, I digress. If you came into the military and you got out of the military and you've been to the medic or you came out of there different, you make sure you get a medical exam before you get out by the VA or by your own doctors. Your own doctors preferably, but we not own doctor money. But if you get that, go with that. But I am tired of hearing about my fellow military personnel talking about, oh, I'm hardcore. Oh, no, I don't. I never. Stop that bull. Stop it. Yeah, you can be hardcore. How long is that hardcore shit gonna last you when you get to my age? And I'm turning 60 this year. Get to my age, and I'm telling you, I'm on medication like crazy. You see these glasses here? I got glasses from the VA because I'm the diabetic, but I went and paid $400 for these products because they do what I need them to do. But regardless of how much I'm paying for it, it is the point that you will be needing glasses, dental, and medication. And you will be talking to a doctor someday. And hopefully you won't be in that bed like this gentleman is. So my thing is, you can go from this if you want to, but at the end of the day, you could be like this here. But at the end of the day, you went from here, to here. God dang it. All right. Here's another one. Yeah. Yeah. That's hey. The thing is not to be sad about it. It's being prepared about it. You're gonna be here talking to your doctor about what's going on. At the bottom line, this is what's gonna be happening in your wallet. You dig? So look, like I say, you go from this little beautiful baby to this little beautiful baby, to this guy here, and then you're gonna be this person here, or here eventually. All right. So look, this was me way back in the day when I went into this was me in high school. And some of you guys probably weren't even born at this time, right? This is me being a drill instructor, right? You see me now on the screen here. Do I look anywhere like this guy here? Right. Hey, Flex Kid, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for coming here. But do you see me looking like this guy here? No. Do you see me looking like the guy that I'm looking like right now? And I guarantee you, I got a lot of these people in my offices talking to me about this here. I look in the morning and go, God bless it, that was you. Hey, but hey, real talk. Yeah, I used to be, man, come on, bring it. Now, yeah, don't bring it. Please stay away from it. You young cats, stop this bullshit. This is not you. This right here is not you. You're not looking to go to jail. You're not looking to be this person here. You're not. This is not what you're looking for. You're hoping and you're praying that one day you can be sitting here like this couple and be laughing, holding your grandkids, or like this couple laughing and holding your grandkids. You are not looking to be here. You dig? So stop the bullshit. There is nothing fantastic about this bullshit here. I don't no. 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 So you guys, I just want to drop you this, and I really want to tell you, look, when you get into this situation here, what is your 401k saying to you? What is your money that you're putting away? You can put it in a mattress. What is it saying to you? Whatever you're doing right now, have you been having constant conversation with your doctor? Talking to your doctor about what's going on with you? Because this is what it's going to come to. This right here, money. All right. And if you don't have good money, you ain't going to have good health care. I'm with the VA. I have a good doctor, but I have to stay on top of that. I really do. And I want each and every one of you to know this, that this conversation you will be having with your doctors eventually. All right. This one here, I know a lot of you are beautiful babies, and I appreciate you. I really do. I don't want you in no situation like this. I want you to be holding on to your loved ones and holding your grandkids. You dig? Now, I'm going to give you some good advice on this through all my troubles, turmoils, and whatever. All right. No matter what you are back in the day or even currently, you have a decision to make. You're going to have to say, I want to grow old loving my grandkids, loving my parents, helping my parents. Shouts out to you, Patty J. I don't want to spend my time here, or here. Remember, your youth is a time for you to grow, love who you are, and do positive things for your um, for your life. All right. Remember, this doesn't make this doesn't here make us here are here. What all this does from here are here, beautiful baby. We have to want to say, I want to be here. I want to be smiling and holding my grandkids. And so, how do we do that? We do that by taking care of ourselves mentally, spiritually, and physically. All right. We can get strong, but understand that strongness comes from mind, body, and we have to have a great spirit, which I think started from us when we were youth. All right. Babies. All right. So, I want you guys to live life and be happy. Love yourselves and understand we can have our decisions, but we don't want our decisions to dictate the rest of our lives. We want our decisions. I know, sounds crazy. We want our decisions because we're living in the current moment. And hopefully, the current moment will dictate our lives. But we don't want ill decisions. So that's probably what I should have said. Ill decisions to dictate our lives. We want to be beautiful and strong, beautiful and meek, beautiful and loving, beautiful with inspirations to make life happy and loving for us and everyone around us. You dig? So, we're going to go through these things, but look here. I started off with just telling us, yeah, I used to be a little knucklehead. Still am, I guess. Did my politicians and did all my drill sergeant stuff. But um, I'm blessed to be actually this old and not to the point where I put myself in this situation. And I want each and every one of you to make sure you don't put yourself in that situation. I am the Seattle Black veteran. I am going to get out of here, but I wanted to wrap to you guys because I love you. And we want to, let me leave something positive on the screen here. Let me see. What's my old girl here? I knew I was getting old. Everything hurts when it doesn't hurt. It works. Okay, so I'm gonna give you the real dog on this right here. Okay, so let me see. I 82. I lettered in Pacific High School. I was a cross country runner, believe it or not. And this is what we like in the military. We like long distance runner. I got a drill sergeant and all that, but I would tell you to this day, I am in this mode here. Well, I'm not really worried about paying for it, but I'm in a mode to where I am on medications and I do not like medications. And I'm having constant conversations with these, my professionals here. When I was into my martial arts, yeah, you couldn't really mess with me when I was in my martial arts and jujitsu and kung fu. Um, and I know some lethal people, but right now, I mean, jujitsu is still a good thing. But my thing is, I'm happy to be getting around that age, and I would tell each and every one of you, if you really want to live life and live life to its fullest, um, let me show you this. Hold up, let me get out of here. I was talking to my friend Patty J, and so for me, this watch here, it was a couple thousand. I don't wear this watch. I really don't. It's not one of my favorite watches. I wear a G-Shock. I got 10, 15 watches. I don't all these watches. No, I got suits that cost a couple $1,000. But it's just, I mean, it's me, but it depends on where I am. But I drink Kool-Aid. You right on. I don't even know if I started. Right on. You guys are off the chain. I love you guys. You guys are crazy. Yeah, right on. Let's give that shot for a minute. Yeah. Um, but I would say this out of everything, I would say this the most important thing, because I'm not hustling for anything like that. The most important thing to me at this particular point in time is understanding who I am. Um, and I would say this when you wake, I don't want to get off into that, but understanding who you are is the most important thing. Watches, all this other stuff. I have all these plaques or whatever. I'm sitting in front of a beautiful picture that my best friend Patty J gave me, and I got Prince's all his albums around there. But you know what's more important to me is Patty J, my friend. More important to me than anything else. And so everybody find not tangible things. Look here. I have this green screen in my. Let me see. I'm gonna show you. My lighting has just been sucking behind there for some reason, so I haven't put it up here. Let me see. I'm gonna put up green screen so you can see up at the top there. My lighting is too much over on one side. So all this stuff, it doesn't matter. What matters more to me is you guys and making sure that if I let me just kick you some positive stuff here from an OG, old guy, and I'm gonna put up another channel. I keep saying this, but I want you to understand this and know this about yourself. I am turning 60. My birthday is on Halloween. Yeah, still haven't took off the mask. Okay, so shut up. Shut up. Okay. Hey, Max, what's up, girl? How you doing, beautiful? It's good to see you. It's good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, I'm only having to give it to you real. All right. So, I'm gonna give it to you real at real time. What's up? And I know normally we don't talk about these things, but this is what's up. My mother had a stroke twice. I had to put down my emotional support cat, my boy Zig Zig. He was a handsome dude. I'm surprised I don't have a picture up on here. He was my dude. Um, my first cat ever. And so going through the first time of things happening, and I would say this every day that you're able to wake up is the first time things are happening. And I mean this. You're gonna find some things that are gonna just boom, blow you away. Um, Probably piss you off, or probably make you the most happiest. Um, for some reason, no, it's not for some reason. I have a lot of people who depend on me to make sure that I contact them, and I have the same thing with you guys. So if you're in my email or whatever, if you contact me, I'll do my best to stay in touch with you. Uh, but I just want to let you know that you're special. And when we talk about this is the thing. When I talk about what your benefits and your rights are, separate me from the people who are trying to charge you. I don't blame them because some of these people have way better expertise than I do. We're going to talk about if you're being a veteran. Well, let's talk about if you even are not a veteran. You start off as a baby, you live your midlife, and then you live your old life. But understand this even if you're 60-year-old, in God's eye, or any supreme being's eye that you look in, we're still babies because we haven't understand ourselves, right? We understand ourselves. A lot of our retired veteran, you go girl, right? Oh, Max, right on. You got to stay in touch with me, Max. Yeah, because we gotta. I'm gonna need you to talk with me because I talked with a few other veterans, and my whole start was to tell people stop acting so hardcore that you don't go seek your benefits. Come on. Right, right. Thank you, dear heart. Yeah, send me an email. And Ghetto, if you were listening, I was going to send you this ring cam, but I never heard from you. So, Max, if you're on a PC, I do Mac over here. If you're on a PC, yeah, hit me with the email and I'll send you this. I'll put it on cash on delivery. It's $100 camera and I'll just send it to you, but don't resell it. Use it for yourself. If you can't use it for yourself, I understand some people need the money, whatever. Do your thing. But I want you guys to understand if you are, and Max, please help me with telling, I'm going to come up tomorrow, I'm hoping. And if I'm going to come up early, and please come up, Max, you're a retired veteran, and tell some of these people what your travels have been, what's your what you've been receiving, and not to put all your business out there, but just uh keep these people, especially people of color, on point, to go and receive what they need to receive, because we're not getting younger, and we need to make sure that we are getting taken care of. Max, I appreciate you, dear heart. Yeah, hit me up on the email. I'm gonna get up out of here. I appreciate you. I gotta probably, I know some people are gonna hit me up. And my stupid green screen is not working at all. Oh God. But hey, everything with Oma Calamity's denial, and so many denials upon appeals. Yes. Oh God. And this is what I tell people. I went through from 87 to 2019, and that's some time. And Yale did Yale did a thing on this. They didn't really pronounce it a lot, but they were talking about how people of color were being denied off of their things here. No, man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. And let's give it okay. So, but yeah, you guys stay strong. And I would tell you, look, if you went into the military and you went to the ASVAB test, you went through what they call it? You went through the, God bless it. It's been so long. You went through the test to get approved to go into the military. So that was saying, this is how we said you were. Did you come out the same way? If not, we need to have a conversation. And the biggest conversation that's going on now is that people are scared to go and confront the issues where they know they are right, because they're scared that they are going to snatch something else from them. And I agree with that. They took my SMC away from me. It's for extra $400 a month. But then I would say this too. When you talk to the VA, period, my doctor's cool in the game. But when you talk to the VA, you have to be careful what you say to them. All right. No, let me give you a good example. I got neuropathy from my knees down. They go, well, I said, well, this toenail that is really tore up, I've been doing everything. And I made a mistake and go, well, I think I got that from when I went to get a pedicure. So what do you think? They blamed it on the pedicure, and that's a VA. So therefore, I lost my $400 a month. That's real talk. All right? That's real talk. So if you were suffering from something and you're not sure what it is, don't assume. Right? Look and see, wow, this does probably cause that. Huh? And don't assume, and don't I really don't like to say this. I don't like to use the word hate. But when you talk to the VA, look, I'm talking to the police. I hate to say that. I don't like this word. Yes, it puts it kind of stuff in your file. Yes, you're so right, Max. You're so right. Yeah. So, the thing is, we have to be cognizant about, okay, before you talk to officials, get all the information that you can about your situation before you talk to officials, and don't ever assume. What do they say? Assume, ask of me and you. So be cognizant of that. All right. And I'm not telling you to lie to them, but I'm saying that's just how it is. That's how we're rocking. All right. Hey, look, guys, I love you. Max, appreciate you, beautiful. All of you guys, I appreciate you guys. You are most excellent and most wonderful, and I appreciate you. We will be coming up tomorrow. I'm believe it or not, I'm still getting over a flu. No, I'm sounding, and people say, "Well, you sound like Denzel." No, that's the cold. I apologize because I'm nowhere that sexy. Um, uh, but I appreciate each and every one of you, and always stay true to yourselves. Hey, you guys here from the first Magnum? You tell him, I'm glad you called me too, Max. I appreciate you so much. You're wonderful, and I appreciate you. You guys here from the first Magnum? Tell him to get his butt up here, and so we can get this. And Brian Taylor looking for you too, brother. Shouts out to you, your dad as well, and all my peoples who came here today, especially Max. I appreciate you, dear heart. And Ray, appreciate you as well. Shouts out. I'm gonna give it to Patty J. Thank you, beautiful. And Miss Renaissance Grandma, appreciate you, Mama. And you guys have a wonderful evening. And know this: every time you look in the mirror, the Seattle Black veteran is just saying, "Tell that person that you love them." Who's giving that reflection in the mirror? Love you guys. You guys stay safe. We're out here.